Every year after 60, something subtle yet powerful happens inside the body. Studies show we lose about 1% of our strength annually, not because we are aging badly, but because most of us are not giving our muscles the signals they need to stay alive and active. That decline feels small at first, but it adds up, and many people only notice it when simple things start feeling heavier, stairs become slower, or balance begins to slip. The good news is that this slide is not permanent. Surgeons and mobility experts now say that a handful of specific movements can stop this loss and even rebuild what has faded, and they are far more effective than walking alone. Walking is familiar, comfortable, and helpful for circulation, but it does not challenge the deeper systems that keep you stable and independent. It does little for bone density, it barely touches the fast twitch fibers that protect you during slips, and it does not train the neuromuscular control that keeps joints aligned. Many adults over 60 assume walking is enough because it feels safe, but safety also comes from strength, balance, and the ability to react quickly. When those areas weaken, fall risk climbs sharply, and recovery becomes much harder. That is why surgeons from orthopedic to spine clinics are urging older adults to move beyond walking and add exercises that build real functional capacity. These recommendations are shaped by years of research from places like Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and Cleveland Clinic, all pointing to the same conclusion. Muscles respond at any age when we train them the right way. You can reclaim stability, tighten your posture, and lift energy levels simply by practicing movements that wake up forgotten muscle groups. This discovery brings hope, not pressure. You're not too old, too weak, or too late. The body still listens, and it still adapts. If you give yourself just 15 minutes a day, these 5 surgeon-approved exercises can turn back markers of aging by nearly a decade. They strengthen your core, protect your spine, improve balance, and train your brain and body to communicate more efficiently. Most people are surprised by how quickly they begin to feel lighter, steadier, and more confident. And even more surprising is that the most important exercise is the one almost no seniors know about. Before we get there, let your mind stay open. Each movement builds on the last, preparing your joints and muscles for the final one that surgeons consider the hidden key to long-term mobility. Once you learn it, you may rethink everything you believed about aging, strength, and what your body can still become, in ways that feel natural and deeply empowering. Let's start with number 5, and it's one most people overlook: the wall sit. It looks simple, almost too simple, but it trains the exact muscles that walking never reaches deeply enough. When you slide your back against the wall and lower yourself into that seated position, your quads, glutes, and calves all fire at once. These are your fall prevention muscles, the ones that catch you when you trip, support you when you turn quickly, and hold you steady on uneven ground. Walking keeps your legs moving, but it doesn't load them in a way that builds true stability. A wall sit does, and that difference is what makes it so powerful for anyone over 60 who wants to stay independent, steady, and strong. The beauty of this exercise is that you don't need equipment, speed, or even much space. You only need commitment and a willingness to feel your body working again. In the first week or two, your goal is simply to hold the position for 10 to 15 seconds. That may feel short, but those seconds wake up muscles that have been underused for years. You'll feel a gentle shake, a reminder that your legs are learning to support you in a new way. And this beginning stage is important. It teaches your body to recruit the right muscles without pressure or strain. Once you reach week 3 and 4, you can increase the hold to 30 seconds. This is where many people notice a shift. Your thighs feel stronger when you stand up from a chair, your knees feel steadier when you walk down steps, and your posture subtly improves. These small changes matter because they stack up quietly, giving you more control over how your body moves. Every extra second you hold the wall, sit tells your muscles that you still expect strength from them, and they respond. By week 5 and 6, you add heel raises during the hold. Lifting your heels turns the exercise into a whole chain strength builder, connecting the calves, ankles, and hips into one unified system. These muscles don't just help you walk, they help you stop, pivot, recover, and stay upright when life surprises you. Heel raises also train the smaller stabilizers that protect your knees, making this stage a huge step toward long-term joint health. Orthopedic surgeons often recommend this exact progression because it supports knee longevity without pounding or twisting. Then comes the challenge that scares many people, yet becomes the most rewarding: single leg shifts in week 7 and 8. These aren't full single leg holds. You simply shift your weight slightly to one side for a moment, then return to center. It trains balance, coordination, and strength all at once. Most adults over 60 never train this skill at all, which is why it fades. But the truth is, you can do this. Your body is far more capable than you may think. Each shift teaches your brain and muscles to communicate faster, and that communication is what protects you when you slip or lose footing. What makes wall sits so effective is the science behind them. They use something called isometric loading, meaning your muscles work without moving. This type of training creates rapid strength gains because it forces the muscle fibers to engage fully and hold steady. It also increases bone density in the hips and legs, something walking alone cannot do. When you practice wall sits, you're not just building strength. You're giving your bones a reason to stay strong and rebuild themselves, even later in life. As you move through each stage, something deeper begins to happen as well. You start to feel like someone who trains with purpose, someone who takes control of aging instead of drifting with it. There's a quiet confidence that grows when you push past what you once believed were your limits. You begin to see yourself not as someone trying to slow decline, but as someone training like an athlete for aging, and that identity shift is powerful. It reminds you that strength doesn't belong only to the young. It belongs to anyone who chooses to build it. Now let's move on to exercise number 4, the standing march with opposite arm reach. At first glance, it might look like a simple march in place, but this movement is deceptively powerful. Unlike walking, which mainly moves your legs forward and backward, this exercise integrates balance, coordination, posture, and hip flexor strength all at once. Every time you lift a knee to hip height while reaching the opposite arm upward, you are teaching your body to work as a whole system, training the connections between your brain, muscles, and joints. That integration is exactly what prevents falls, improves stability, and helps you move with confidence in everyday life. The correct form is simple, but essential. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart, and engage your core. Lift one knee to hip height while reaching the opposite arm as high as possible. Hold that position for 3 seconds. That brief pause is where the magic happens. Your body learns stability, your muscles fire in the proper sequence, and your nervous system reinforces balance patterns. Even if it feels challenging at first, know that every small effort strengthens the foundation for smoother, safer movement throughout your day. As you grow more comfortable with the exercise, progress naturally. Extend the hold slightly longer, add light ankle weights if you feel ready, or slow the tempo to really engage the muscles and challenge your coordination. Each progression enhances strength, balance, and posture, and it gives your body new ways to adapt, making simple daily movements easier. Getting out of a chair, stepping off a curb, or reaching for an object on a shelf becomes more controlled and secure. These are the movements that matter most for maintaining independence and confidence after 60. There's also a fascinating neuroscience component to this exercise. Cross-body movements like reaching the opposite arm to the lifted leg activate both hemispheres of the brain. This not only improves coordination, but also enhances executive function, the part of the brain responsible for planning, multitasking, and decision-making. In practical terms, it means your brain becomes faster at processing information, helping you respond more quickly to unexpected situations and reducing your risk of falls. You're training your body and mind simultaneously, and that combination is what sets this exercise apart from ordinary walking. This exercise is particularly valuable for seniors who struggle with poor posture or weak hip flexors, common areas of concern as we age. Weak hip flexors make it harder to lift your legs, increasing the likelihood of trips and stumbles. Poor posture can affect breathing, joint alignment, and even energy levels. By practicing the standing march with opposite arm reach, you are correcting these weaknesses gently, but effectively. It's a movement that shows you can rebuild strength, balance, and coordination without heavy equipment or complicated routines. Mentally, this exercise is empowering. Each step, each controlled lift, reminds you that your body can adapt and improve. You feel a sense of accomplishment with every repetition, reinforcing the idea that age does not define your capabilities. Everyday actions like climbing stairs or navigating uneven sidewalks become easier because your muscles and brain are working together more efficiently. This is hope in action, the ability to reclaim control over your movements, sharpen cognitive processing, and move through life with renewed confidence. With consistency, you may notice changes not just physically, but in how you approach daily tasks. Reaching for a high shelf, stepping over an obstacle, or even standing from a low chair becomes smoother and safer. Each controlled movement strengthens your hips, improves posture, and enhances balance, creating a ripple effect that transforms how you move in all areas of life. The standing march with opposite arm reach is more than an exercise. It is a small but powerful step toward reclaiming independence, improving coordination, and protecting your body and mind as you age gracefully. Now let's focus on exercise number 3, the side-lying leg lift with core bracing. Walking is a natural movement, but it only strengthens muscles in one direction, forward and backward. Life, however, challenges us in all directions, stepping off a curb, turning quickly, or shifting to the side to avoid an obstacle. This exercise targets lateral stability, which walking rarely addresses, yet it is critical for maintaining balance and preventing falls. In fact, most falls in adults over 60 occur from side-to-side movements, making lateral strength an often overlooked but essential component of safety and independence. The key muscle here is the gluteus medius, your side glute. Weakness in this muscle is one of the most common contributors to falls, and studies show that adults with underactive side glutes have up to an 80% higher fall risk. Most seniors never train this muscle intentionally, relying instead on walking or simple daily activities that barely engage it. By focusing on side-lying leg lifts, you are correcting a gap that has likely been developing for years, giving your hips, knees, and balance the support they desperately need. The proper form begins by lying on your side with your body stacked and your core gently braced. Tighten your abdominal muscles to stabilize your spine, then lift the top leg slowly, keeping the movement controlled. Hold briefly at the top before lowering it in a steady motion. Core bracing is critical because it ensures that the strength gains go exactly where they matter most, supporting your hips, protecting your lower back, and improving overall control. Even a few controlled repetitions can wake up muscles that have been dormant, teaching your body to respond more efficiently to daily challenges. Progression is simple, structured, and highly motivating. In weeks 1 and 2, start with 10 lifts per side, focusing on smooth, controlled motion. This builds the habit and primes your muscles without overwhelming them. During weeks 3 and 4, slow the lowering phase to 3 seconds. That slight tempo change dramatically increases the time under tension, making each lift more effective and creating visible improvements in strength and stability. By week 5 and 6, you add small circles at the top of the lift, challenging coordination and reinforcing lateral control. Finally, week 7 and 8 introduce a resistance band, adding extra load for advanced strengthening. Following this clear roadmap allows you to see progress weekly, creating momentum and confidence that fuels long-term adherence. There's a strong scientific foundation for this exercise. Lateral hip strength has been shown to reduce fall risk by up to 45%. That means practicing side-lying leg lifts is not just about feeling stronger. It is a real, measurable reduction in vulnerability. Each lift is a small victory that protects your joints, improves mobility, and reinforces stability, all of which translate to safer, more confident movement every day. You're not only training muscles, you are training a new way of moving safely and effectively in the world. Mentally, this exercise carries subtle, yet powerful lessons. You learn that weak spots can be strengthened, that small, consistent effort yields noticeable results, and that your body is capable of improvement even after 60. Each session builds both physical and psychological resilience, reinforcing the idea that age is not a limitation, but a stage where intelligent training can create remarkable change. Most importantly, it teaches that lateral strength matters as much as forward motion, and that by addressing often neglected areas, you gain a tangible edge in safety, stability, and independence that walking alone will never provide. By committing to this progression, you cultivate a sense of mastery over your own body. Every week offers a visible win, whether it's holding the leg longer, completing smooth circles, or feeling the resistance band challenge your hips more than before. This creates momentum that keeps you engaged and motivated. It's not about dramatic displays of strength. It's about consistent, deliberate work that builds a foundation for lasting mobility, confidence, and freedom. Side-lying leg lifts with core bracing are a vital step toward reclaiming control, enhancing balance, and reducing the risk that walking alone cannot address. Now let's move to exercise number 2, the supported squat hold with chair reach. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't challenge your muscles in the ways that prevent age-related decline. Squats, on the other hand, are a full body signal to your bones, joints, and muscles, encouraging them to stay strong, dense, and responsive. By performing a squat hold, you're loading the hips, knees, and spine, which stimulates bone growth and preserves mobility. You are also building leg strength, increasing circulation, and improving stability, all in a single, controlled movement that walking alone can never achieve. This is especially important after 60, when bone density naturally decreases, leg muscles weaken, and daily movements like climbing stairs or rising from a chair begin to feel harder than they should. The beauty of this exercise is that it is entirely safe for seniors, as it can be performed using a chair or a countertop for support. Safety does not mean it is ineffective, quite the opposite. By using support, you can fully focus on proper form, muscle engagement, and stability without fear of losing balance. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart, and lower yourself into a mini squat, keeping your chest lifted and your weight evenly distributed. Reach your arms forward as you descend. This reach isn't decorative. It shifts your center of gravity slightly, helping engage the core and improve postural control while strengthening the legs. Holding the position for even a few seconds recruits your muscles fully and sends a signal to your bones to respond. Progression is key for continuous improvement and motivation. During weeks 1 and 2, aim to hold the mini squat for 5 to 10 seconds. At first, even this may feel challenging, but it sets a foundation, teaching your body to maintain stability and engage the right muscles. By weeks 3 and 4, extend the hold to 20 seconds. You will begin to notice your legs feel more responsive, less stiff, and more capable of supporting your body during daily tasks. This slight extension allows your muscles and bones to experience greater load, further enhancing strength and density in a controlled and safe way. Weeks 5 and 6 introduce small pulses within the squat hold. These gentle up and down movements increase time under tension, activating more muscle fibers and improving endurance. Pulsing adds a subtle challenge without overloading joints, giving your legs the kind of training they rarely receive from walking alone. By weeks 7 and 8, incorporate alternating heel lifts while holding the squat. This refinement enhances balance, ankle mobility, and coordination, while also recruiting stabilizer muscles throughout the legs and core. These additions make the exercise dynamic and highly effective, preparing your body to move more safely and confidently in real-life situations. From a medical perspective, supported squat holds are powerful. Loading the hips and spine during these controlled positions stimulates bone cells, promoting growth and helping to prevent osteoporosis. Orthopedic surgeons frequently recommend this exercise to seniors because it strengthens the knees and hips while remaining safe and adaptable. Unlike repetitive walking, which only partially activates the leg muscles, squat holds create comprehensive stimulation, protecting joints, improving mobility, and helping you maintain functional independence. This is not just exercise, it's a form of targeted therapy that can reverse age-related decline when practiced consistently. Psychologically, the exercise is transformative. After just a few weeks, you may notice your legs feel stronger, lighter, and more capable. Activities that once caused discomfort, rising from a low chair, climbing stairs, or bending to pick something up, become easier. This sense of regained power fosters hope, reminding you that your body is still adaptable and resilient. Every controlled hold is a reinforcement of your identity as someone who is taking charge of their health, someone who trains intentionally to keep moving freely, and someone capable of turning back the clock on stiffness and weakness. You are literally feeling 10 years younger in your legs, and that confidence extends to every step you take. Mentally, the progression builds momentum and motivation. Each week's advancement, longer holds, pulses, heel lifts, provides measurable wins that reinforce consistency and create excitement for the next stage. By following the roadmap, you feel in control of your progress rather than overwhelmed by age-related decline. The exercise is not about heavy lifting or high-impact movement. It's about smart, safe, and effective strengthening that restores independence and vitality. Supported squat holds remind you that even small, deliberate efforts can create profound change, keeping your body strong, mobile, and resilient well into your later years. This exercise also teaches patience, focus, and body awareness. Each descent into the mini squat requires attention to posture, core engagement, and balance. Reaching the arms forward while maintaining stability connects your mind to your body, improving neuromuscular coordination and reinforcing confidence in movement. Over time, these benefits accumulate quietly but powerfully. The result is legs that feel stronger, joints that feel supported, and a body capable of meeting the challenges of daily life with less effort and more assurance. Supported squat holds are not just about strength. They're about reclaiming mobility, building resilience, and empowering yourself to move with confidence, independence, and grace. Exercise number 1, the high-impact core move known as the stability triangle hold. Walking is familiar and safe, but it only lightly engages the core, leaving deeper stabilizers underused. This simple-looking exercise, endorsed by surgeons and supported by neuroscience, targets the muscles that protect your spine, improve balance, and connect your brain to your body in ways walking never can. It's deceptively powerful because it trains coordination, strength, and proprioception all at once. Whether you sit or stand, extending one arm and the opposite leg creates a triangle of tension that the body must stabilize. That triangle is more than a shape. It's a framework that strengthens the neuromuscular system, primes your bones, and enhances rotational stability. The proper form is critical for maximizing benefits. Keep your spine long and neutral, engage your abdominal muscles, and focus on steady breathing as you lift. Extend one arm forward and the opposite leg backward until you feel a gentle tension forming through the core and limbs. Hold this position for 5 to 15 seconds. That small hold is where the magic happens. Every fiber of your deep core stabilizers, from transverse abdominis to multifidus, is activated. These muscles rarely get worked during everyday activities, which is why your spine becomes vulnerable with age. Training them directly protects your discs, improves posture, and teaches your body how to maintain stability under stress. The stability triangle hold also enhances proprioception, your body's internal sense of position. As you maintain the triangle, your brain constantly processes feedback from joints and muscles, improving your ability to sense where you are in space. This translates to better balance, fewer stumbles, and faster reflexes when unexpected situations arise, such as stepping off a curb or shifting weight. Suddenly walking can keep the legs moving, but it rarely challenges your neuromuscular system in this precise, multi-directional way. By practicing this hold, you are creating neural pathways that boost reaction time, coordination, and postural control, a combination that dramatically reduces fall risk. Progression is gradual but deliberate, designed to challenge your system safely while delivering noticeable results. In weeks 1 and 2, focus on the basic hold, keeping your movements controlled and steady. Weeks 3 and 4 introduce micropulses, tiny adjustments within the hold that further stimulate muscles and neural activation. These pulses teach your body to respond to minute shifts in balance, enhancing coordination and control. During weeks 5 and 6, close your eyes while holding the position. Removing visual input forces your body to rely more on internal sensors, further improving proprioception and spinal stability. Finally, weeks 7 and 8 add a resistance band pull, challenging strength and stability simultaneously, creating a multi-layered training effect that walking can never provide. Scientifically, the stability triangle hold triggers several remarkable adaptations. By holding the triangle, your body experiences controlled, weight-bearing tension that signals the bones in your spine and pelvis to respond, stimulating growth and preservation. Rotational stability improves, meaning your torso can resist twists that would otherwise stress joints or ligaments. Neural pathways fire in a coordinated pattern, enhancing communication between the brain and muscles. Even subtle adjustments in the hold teach the nervous system to react faster, producing anti-fall responses that protect you in everyday life. This is more than exercise. It is a comprehensive strategy to reverse age-related decline in core strength, balance, and joint resilience. Mentally, this exercise is transformative. Each session reinforces that your body is capable of rebuilding at 60, 70, or even 90. Every successful hold is proof that decline is not inevitable. You begin to see yourself differently, not as someone fragile or limited, but as someone actively reclaiming control over strength, posture, and stability. The exercise creates hope and empowerment, reminding you that small, consistent effort produces meaningful changes. It rewires both body and mind, nurturing confidence that extends beyond the exercise mat and into daily movement, decision-making, and overall quality of life. The stability triangle hold also delivers cognitive benefits that may surprise you. The cross-body engagement and balance challenges stimulate areas of the brain responsible for executive function, spatial awareness, and motor planning. This means you're not just strengthening muscles, you're sharpening the brain's ability to coordinate complex movements. Walking alone provides minimal cognitive engagement, but this single exercise simultaneously strengthens the body and enhances neural efficiency, contributing to faster reaction times, better posture, and improved coordination. Over time, these improvements translate into greater independence, reduced risk of falls, and a renewed sense of bodily control. Psychologically, this exercise addresses the fear of decline in a productive way. Weak core muscles and poor balance increase vulnerability, but each hold, pulse, and resistance challenge is a proactive defense. You're not passively hoping to avoid falls. You are actively training the systems that prevent them. At the same time, it instills hope. The body can adapt and grow stronger even after decades of underuse. Each progression feels like a tangible win, reinforcing motivation and a sense of accomplishment that builds week by week beyond strength and safety, the stability triangle. Hold cultivates a profound sense of empowerment. Performing a hold correctly requires focus, intentionality, and control, all of which translate into other aspects of life. Daily movements, reaching, bending, standing, turning, become smoother and more confident. You are training the muscles that stabilize your spine, protect your joints, and enhance movement efficiency, all while strengthening your nervous system. This single exercise has the potential to reverse 4 to 7 years of aging markers in the core, spine, and neuromuscular function. It is not a quick fix, but it is a transformative tool that proves your body can still rebuild, respond, and thrive long after 60. By integrating this exercise into your routine, you create a foundation for every other movement. The stability, coordination, and strength gained carry over to walking, squats, side-lying leg lifts, and wall sits, amplifying their benefits. Each session builds confidence, demonstrating that age does not dictate ability. You are training like someone who respects their body, understands its needs, and takes deliberate action to maintain independence, mobility, and resilience. The stability. Triangle hold is more than a core exercise. It is a blueprint for reclaiming strength, protecting your spine, and fostering the physical and mental agility that allows you to move through life with assurance, grace, and renewed vitality. This exercise also creates momentum that inspires consistency. Seeing progress from basic holds to resistance band pulls reinforces that your body responds when challenged intelligently. It cultivates patience, persistence, and self-efficacy, giving you a roadmap to regain control over strength and stability. Every repetition strengthens not only muscles and bones, but also belief in your body's ability to adapt. Over time, you will notice more upright posture, steadier movements, faster reactions, and less apprehension about falls or daily tasks. The stability triangle hold proves that even after 60, 70, or 90, your body and brain remain remarkably capable, ready to rebuild and respond to thoughtful training with measurable, life-changing results. Your commitment to this exercise signals a shift in identity, from someone who worries about decline to someone who actively strengthens, stabilizes, and protects their body. It embodies empowerment, hope, and transformation, reminding you that functional independence and resilience are within reach. By following the progression, your deep core stabilizers, neuromuscular coordination, and spinal strength improve week by week. This single move becomes the cornerstone of a stronger, safer, and more capable body, teaching that with a consistency, intention, and the right guidance, you can truly reverse age-related changes and restore the strength, balance, and confidence that walking alone cannot provide. The stability triangle hold is not just an exercise, it is a statement. It tells your body and mind that you are invested in your health, that you value movement, and that age is not a limit. The deep core activation, anti-fall neuromuscular response, rotational stability, and cognitive engagement all combine into a single, highly effective routine. Practicing it regularly creates a ripple effect, enhancing posture, reducing fall risk, improving mobility, and boosting confidence in daily activities. It is a surgeon-approved, neuroscience-backed tool that gives you control over your body, empowers your mind, and delivers measurable improvements, showing that rebuilding strength, balance, and stability is not only possible after 60, it is within your reach, step by step, hold by hold. Your dedication to mastering the stability triangle hold transforms not just your core, but your perception of aging itself. Every hold strengthens muscles, ligaments, bones, and neural pathways while reinforcing a mindset of capability and resilience. It teaches that consistent, mindful effort can reverse years of decline, making daily movement smoother, safer, and more enjoyable. The exercise empowers you to reclaim control over your body, offering hope and evidence that your strength, balance, and coordination can continue to improve at any age. By embracing this single, strategic move, you set the foundation for lasting mobility, independence, and confidence that walking alone could never achieve. This exercise also encourages mindfulness and body awareness. Each time you hold the triangle, you become more attuned to subtle shifts, imbalances, and areas of weakness, allowing you to adjust and improve safely. It strengthens the connection between your mind and body, enhancing overall movement efficiency. Over time, these small adjustments accumulate into significant functional gains. The stability triangle hold becomes a practice not only of strength, but also of awareness, helping you navigate life with a steadier posture, improved balance, and greater confidence. It is a complete, science-backed approach to rebuilding your core and protecting your body as you age. Finally, this move demonstrates the profound impact of deliberate, progressive training. By starting with a basic hold and gradually adding pulses, closing your eyes and using resistance bands, you challenge your body in safe, measurable ways. Each progression strengthens muscles, enhances neuromuscular control, and improves spinal protection. The result is a body that feels stronger, more stable, and more capable in every daily activity. This single exercise, practiced consistently, can reverse multiple years of aging markers, proving that even after 60, 70, or 90, your body can rebuild, adapt, and thrive when given the right stimulus. Walking is a great habit, but after 60, it simply isn't enough to maintain the strength, stability, and mobility your body truly needs. These 5 targeted exercises go beyond steps and cardio. They train balance, protect your joints, strengthen bones, and sharpen your brain's coordination. Each movement challenges muscles that walking rarely touches, giving you control over your body in ways that prevent falls, reduce stiffness, and improve posture. By investing just a few minutes each day, you are sending signals to your muscles, bones, and nervous system that growth, resilience, and adaptation are still possible. Remember, progress matters far more than perfection. Start with one exercise that feels doable today, focus on consistent practice, and gradually move through the progressions. Every hold, lift, or step builds on the last, giving you measurable improvement week by week. Your body responds remarkably fast when you challenge it intelligently, and small, deliberate effort compounds into noticeable strength, confidence, and mobility. These exercises are designed to empower you, not intimidate, proving that even after 60, your body can rebuild, adapt, and thrive in ways you might have thought were no longer possible. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 exercises will you start with today? What does your current weekly activity look like? And which movement challenges you the most at this stage of life? Share your answers in the comments. We read every single one, and your experiences help build a supportive community of viewers, all working to move stronger and safer. If this video inspired you, give it a like, share it with friends, and let others know that reclaiming strength and mobility after 60 is absolutely achievable. Together, we can turn small daily actions into lasting health transformation.